In this video, I want to talk to you about your journey of self-discovery. So for me, I quit my job a year ago, and I quit my job for several reasons. But one of the things that one of the reasons why I quit my job was because my children, I have a 10 and 11-year-old now. But I quit my job because I would tell them that you could do anything that you put your mind to. You can do anything. And it started to sound like a lie. And I was convicted because here I was at the time, I was 48. I was thinking that I hadn't done what I wanted to do. I was not living my dream. The job was great. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I wasn't doing what I was called to do. And my kids knew it. There were all kind of signs, and I was working on my dream on the side. And so one of the other reasons why I quit, which is what I want to talk to you about, is I was jealous. My husband is a carpool dad. He has this solid relationship with the kids, a solid bond. So he is an insurance broker. So he's full-time entrepreneur. So he is there for it all, right? He is the dad. He's a dad recess. He's at the field day. He's grandparents day. He's there for book fair. If there is stuff going on at the school, he's there. Everybody knows him. The kids these little kids, their entire life, he's been there. As a matter of fact, when I would go to the school, they would ask me who I was. Because I did not participate in a lot of activities because I was working 30 minutes from the school. So I went to school one day and the lady was asking me who I was, and I was telling them that I was my son's mother. And she was like, I need to see your driver's license. And she was asking my son who I was. And so it was really funny because, you just think, you're working hard. People only see half the story. They don't know that you're working. You can't be there. And so anyway, so I would, I had to show my driver's license, tell the lady, she asked my son, he told her I was his mother. But it just kind of lets you know how we make sacrifices. So anyway, I quit my job so I could be that person. I could be there for my children. I could have this connection. I was jealous. They would call me after school and they would be laughing. They would have these highs and lows, but they were together. And there was a different relationship that they had with their dad because he was always there. And what I realized once I quit my job and I was able to do these things is that I hate it. I'm just not that girl. I have 3 adult children, so I've done all these things. I've been there, so I'm over it. And so I don't know if my husband has been gifted in this area or if I'm over this. I've done it. I've been there, done that, or it's just not my thing. But what I realize is that sitting in the car for carpool for 1 hour and 40 minutes is just not how I want to spend my life every day. So my kids are at different schools. And so from the time I leave home, my home office, to get to them and back home, it's 1 hour and 40 minutes. And I'm thinking, as an entrepreneur, our time is so valuable. We don't have time to waste. And if you start adding that up, 1 hour and 40 minutes every day, 20 days a month, you really start to lose some productivity. Then you got to come home and try to get back on track to where you were. And so I realized this was not for me. I didn't want to spend my time like this. And I figured, okay, I would rather spend my time with the kids playing Uno or bingo or going to the movies or headbang, something that we love to do, but that's not like this. And so you got to be thinking about for yourself, really paying attention to the truth, right? How are you really? You don't have to be anything else. You don't have to be somebody else in order to do what you need to do. In my case, take care of my children. We're just different. We're built different. We just have different likes and different strengths. And so a lot of times too, you don't know until you do it, right? You don't know that this is not for you until you do it. And of course, you're going to make sacrifices. You're going to do some things you don't want to do. But for me, the carpool is not for me. It's not something that I want to do. And I think it's not a good use of my time. And so for me, I would send the kids to after school care. They would have a routine there and I can continue to work until 5. My husband, no, I've been telling him since before the pandemic, let the kids go to after school care so you don't have to stop, interrupt your day. My husband, he's all for it. He's making calls in the car. He's talking to customers. He's doing all these things. Me, not so much. I don't waste time. I don't even waste time, right? I have books in the car. I'm doing things. I'm working, but it's not the same. The productivity is not the same. And so when you are on a journey of self-discovery, and we all should be trying to get to know ourselves better and to do better, you got to pay attention to the things that, you like, the things that you don't like, things that really, mess with your productivity, triggers that you have, things that upset you, all these different things. A lot of times we ignore it and then we wonder why we are not happy. We're not happy because we're not paying attention. We're not looking at the things that we don't like. We're not looking at things that we like. We're not looking at things that really bother us. Do yourself a favor and pay attention. Pay attention to what it is that, bothers you, that you like, where you strengths, weaknesses. We don't look at ourselves enough to know these areas, and then we wonder why we're stressed and upset every single day. Do yourself a favor and start studying yourself. Start paying attention to yourself every single day.